Hello. What is up, everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka ReviewKingMB, and I am here to get to and talk about Predators. Predators is a 2010 film that was directed by Nimrod Antal. I think that's how you say his name. It almost doesn't matter though, because I remember in the trailers and the promotions of this movie, the name that you saw in every single one of those things was Robert Rodriguez. Produced by Robert Rodriguez. In fact, at the time, I thought it was just directed by Robert Rodriguez, but I guess not. The plot is we meet this group of people who are seemingly just dropped from the sky onto this jungle forest area, and they come together. There's all different reasons why they were put there, why they were chosen, and they come to find out that this is like an alien hunting ground, and not just a bunch of alien dogs and alien creatures are after them, but namely the Predator is going after them. So they have to stick together and find a way to survive. What I think of Predators is, I think this movie is good. Good. Not great. Not as good as the original. Again, none of these sequels have been better or as good as the original. But I do almost want to say this is better than Part 2. Which I know is blasphemy for some people, because people love Part 2, apparently. And a lot of people dog and trash this movie, which is fine. Part 2 and this one are not movies that I love enough to defend or argue with. I just think this movie is fine, it's serviceable, it's watchable. First, let's talk about our characters. Adrien Brody plays Royce, who, look, I get it. He's supposed to be the badass. He's supposed to be the guy that we look at and say, whoa, he can take care of himself. He's capable. He can do this and do that. He doesn't care about anyone else in this group. He's only out for himself. And maybe it's the raspy, deep voice. We have to do this. No, we have to do it now. It's like, cool it down a little bit with your Batman voice, Adrien Brody. Alice Braga plays Isabel, and I probably like her the most in this film just because she is a good person. Yeah, it might trip her up and cost her once or twice, but still, she gets in Adrien Brody's face whenever she thinks he's being too much of a dick, whenever he's being too selfish. So I like that she sticks up for herself, sticks up for what she believes in. Some of the other characters, you almost go, wow, this person's in it? Really? Danny Trejo, Machete himself, is in this movie for like 5 minutes. I remember in the trailer seeing, oh my god, wow, we're going to have Machete go up against a Predator. Not so much. He gets taken out very easily, very quickly, but there is a creepy moment with his body. I probably shouldn't go more into it than that. Walton Goggins, who I forgot that he was in this film. He plays like an ex-con that has a lot of unredeeming qualities, but the actor himself is so good that I enjoy watching him and hearing what comes out of his mouth. Mahershala Ali, which is one of those, wow, this guy's in this film? You flash forward to now and he's won an Oscar and he's been in all these great movies that people are recognizing him and actually learning how to pronounce his name like I did. But back here, look, he has good moments. He is definitely, you could tell, he's acting, but not enough. Like, they don't give him enough to do. They could have done a lot more with this guy. And Topher Grace. Yes, Topher Grace. Eric Foreman himself is in this film. And I don't hate Topher Grace. I don't. I just feel like they do a last-minute twist with his character that comes out of nowhere, that doesn't really make any freaking sense. And when he tries to explain it, it's like, what? Now you think you should stay on this? I should talk about the fact that they do eventually realize and find out that they're on an alien planet. I don't know if it's the Predator's planet or if it's just a planet that they use for training and hunting and whatnot, but that's a great reveal It is. It's a great swerve as well because you think we're just back in the jungle again. And it's like, no. The jungle area is something that they use and they thrive in. And this is their turf. This is something completely different. This is something that's like, wow, okay, I'm willing to go along with this. The scene where the alien dogs, like I don't know how much I care for like the other alien creatures that are in the film. You want to just get to the predator. You want to get to it. You want to see what they can do. There is more than one predator. Although I'll never forget that one trailer where they show Adrien Brody, and you see the red light, and then there's 100 of them, and you're thinking, holy crap, they're gonna go up against an army of predators. You watch the movie, it's just one. I hate when trailers do that. It's different to where you show something that looks like something else, but when you flat out lie, it's a lie. But the predators do look badass. They do look big, scary, and intimidating. The production design on this movie is really good. And I should mention Lawrence Fishburne, who they just discover on this planet. Like, he's been here for years. And it's pretty cool because he has Predator technology, Predator armors, mask, and he's using it to survive. He's scrapping, and he's been alone for so long that he's kind of crazy. He's talking to himself, and he's weird. And then, probably just a few minutes later, he turns on the group and then gets killed. It's like, what was the point of this character? He was the most interesting character that you presented. He's played by a great actor who's selling these crazy and weird tics, but still makes him sympathetic and likable. And then they just get rid of him the way that they do. I almost wish, as much as I do like Lawrence Fishburne, I almost wish that they brought somebody from the first two movies, like obviously Arnold, but he wasn't going to do it. Maybe Danny Glover, or maybe somebody who went through this crazy traumatic event and they've been brought back to here, and that's why they're so experienced. That's why they're so... Or maybe we should have saw more of Fishburne doing some of these things that he's talking about. He's killed a couple of predators. He's been out there. He's tried to get off the planet. All this stuff. But one of the coolest things I think about this film is we get a predator that was cast out, strung up in this thing. So Adrien Brody cuts him off, and then you get a fight between a predator and a bigger predator. And I like that. I like seeing that there is some internal alien stuff going on, civil war, if you will. And I almost wish we got a little bit more of that, but at least it was there at all. And I like the reference to the original movie. They do mention Arnold. They do mention the mud. They do mention things that come back. They reference a lot of things, like the one Asian character who does the Billy moment, stays behind with the sword, but has a cool sword fight with the predator. So, look, that's why I say that there are enough good things about this movie, enough cool scenes in this movie that I can get through it, I can watch, I can enjoy. It's still not as great as the original, and I almost don't know what you can do for a sequel to make it as good as the original, but at least this movie tried. I do think it's slightly better than part 2. Anyway, guys, let me know in the comments below, what do you think of Predators? I know it's not the biggest or the most popular opinion to like this movie, but I do. Like, comment, subscribe. Later!